Well, hello. So it seems like our Mr. Hog is allowed to be talked about now. Not that this video is even about that, but so funny. That's why they almost took down my channel. That's why I got 2 strikes, 2 videos, 2 days. And they still won't let me go live. Wow. So yeah, just really freaking arrogant. Irritates me. So yeah, this March for Our Lives. Oh my goodness. Any one of the people that actually stood up and asked them statistics, and actually people sat and listened to them, I was like, hey, no, just assault rifles. What do you consider an assault rifle? If you take a knife and you assault somebody with it, and then you assault somebody else and you can just keep assaulting people with it, that is an assault knife. If you have a, literally, musket, that it takes you a minute to load, and you shoot one person with it, that is an assault fucking rifle. You've assaulted somebody. Does nobody understand what the freaking English language means? When you wipe everything with such a broad brush, it gives them the power to take whatever they want. It is just amazing to me, the people that sit there and, well, this is why we're here and this and that and da-da-da. And they don't even know what the hell they're marching for. They don't even know what an assault rifle is. What's an assault rifle? I guess if you're going to say an assault rifle, I would say the best answer that a layman could give is at least one that is rapid fire, that is a machine gun, that you just hold the trigger. That doesn't even make it an assault, whatever. So give that to them. Well, none of those are legal anyways. And literally, almost every mass shooting is at a school. I mean, when's the last mass shooting when the dudes put on all that armor? I don't know if that was the 90s or whatever the hell that was, but they put on all the damn armor, robbed a bank, and like the cops had to literally go get assault rifles. Looking back at that makes me go, whoa, is that, part of their thing? Whatever. To give the, cops assault rifles. But they were breaking into gun stores and shit to get rifles to shoot these guys. So you just start looking at everything for what it is, and it's just a slow little pick and grab and pick and grab. Make a problem, make a solution, follow through with that solution. So you have all these people talking about gun violence, this, that, whatever. But you ask these people, so is there any reason for there ever to be violence put upon a person that has not harmed anybody else or done anything wrong? Is there ever a rhyme or a reason for anybody or any authority to be able to, violently kill them or use violence against them by the barrel of a gun? No, not at all. Okay, well, what if you make a law where I have to give up my gun and I say, no, I've done nothing wrong, and then with the barrel of a gun, you're going to come and use force, kill me if I don't listen? What is that? And 90% of these people that you ask them, do you trust the government? Do you believe the government is good? Do you believe the government, you can trust them? Da-da-da-da-da. And 90% of them say no. And then you ask them, who do you think who should have all the guns? And then they sit there in this, the government. And you're sitting there just, we are so dumbed down, it is disturbing. And we got to realize we can't hate these people. They're just drinking too much of the fluoride. It's all about forgiveness. And I've been trying to forgive everybody. And it's really hard. Oh, it's hard. It's actually been harder on me to forgive these assholes still chemtrailing us. Yeah, that's hard to forgive. Because it's really hard to forgive people that are harming people that you love. It's a really hard one to forgive. That's the one that's where I'm stuck. And I think that's it. Once I get over that, maybe I'll fucking ascend or something. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's the hardest one I'm dealing with. I don't care what other people do to me. But more than anything, we need to learn to forgive ourselves. We trespass against ourselves more than anything. And hey, I do it more than anybody than I freaking know. But really, we need to start taking care of ourselves and appreciating and respecting ourselves as much as we would, and caring about ourselves as much as we would do for somebody that we love and we care about. And most of the people that are like me, most of the people that are probably watching this, if you watch me, you're probably a little bit close to how I am, that you usually care more about the people that you love than you even care about yourself. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's but we need to start forgiving ourselves and caring about ourselves and treating ourselves how other people, or how we would treat other people that we love and that we care about. This shit's, it's just all so insane in front of our faces. Like, somebody put it as, if you went back 30 years from now and you wrote the novel of what, went back 30, 40 years, wrote a novel of this is what the world would be, nobody would, they'd be like, you're freaking crazy. They'd be the greatest sci-fi in the world. I mean, all the stuff that is proven. I mean, all these damn gangster rappers, not all of them, but about 80% of them that are in the Illuminati and they talk about it, they bring it up, they're freaking gay. They do gay things. It is disturbing. It's like, dude, you're taking the most hardcore gangster rap, thug da-da-da-da-da, that you've, like, taken a generation into loving, and then you've turned them all gay and made them go through gay freaking things, and you got hardcore wannabe thug rappers that don't even know what it is to be on the life and dealing with whatever, and they're, like, kissing each other, da-da-da. As soon as somebody calls them out, you notice they stop that shit. I mean, if you really look at the world for what it is fucking insane. Insane to the membrane. It is the most disturbing thing in the world once you start to... And, you gotta find those first lies, but once you start putting everything together and you're just like, how are we all asleep? Because that is 100% what it is. Everybody's asleep. And you gotta forgive them for being asleep, because they're asleep because they haven't found that one thing to wake them up, or they're just denying it because they can't handle it. So I understand it's really hard not to freaking want to punch them in their faces. I know. And just smack them. It's almost like you want to tie them to a chair and just be like, all right, you're going to sit here for freaking 12 hours and I'm going to show you some shit. And you're going to learn. And who knows, that might work, but I don't suggest doing that. That's not nice. It is just really disheartening, realizing how screwed up the world is and then how much of the world doesn't see it. But at the same time, is one thing that I must say, put all the other stuff away, put all that crap away, and just realize more people are waking up every single day. More people are waking up than they're showing us. They're hiding this. And this is a very good thing, people. They're trying to hide us. They're trying to make it to where they're literally, there's no way that anybody's going to believe it. I mean, if you can get 5% of the population to keep going up and doing these marches and bust them in and this, that, the other thing, you'll have everybody else going, man, I don't even know if I want to deal with all this crazy crap, because they don't realize there's a lot more of us, and there's more and more every day. All you can do is try to do what you can to wake people up. And the best thing, it started off slow with just little weird things. And what I've noticed is the people that I've started to wake up that are in my life that, I can impact and see quite a bit face to face, is when you see them and they bring something up. You're usually the person going, man, did you hear about this or that? And, if you're good, you try to not just bombard them. You only give them a fact or two about something that might pertain to them. That's a good way to go about it, or their family or their kids, whatever the hell. And careful of the kids, they can get defensive. You don't think I'm a good parent? Like, oh, God. That's not what I said. I love you. That's why I'm all trying to tell you this. But, emotions run high because, all of us have to remember when we first found the first big lie and then came to realize that the whole world was completely effed up and was a lie, how hard that was on us. And, everybody being pissed that, the Hillary stuff hasn't come out, this, Obama, da-da-da-da-da. Obama's sitting playing video games getting high. Hilarious. I'm not joking. So, the thing is, you have these women that are in love with Hillary, even though there are so many things that have come out. You have men that are in love with Hillary. Oh, I have daughters, and I wanted to see that. Oh, shut up. If that's like what they said, if everybody came to know in one day what the world truly was, literally, the world would crash. And this is no joke. Can you imagine these people that worship Hillary, have given her hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, whatever, on all the marches, doing everything they can, and they come to realize and they see the tape of what Hillary does to little kids and fucking how much of a horrible fuck that she is, and the demonic shit. People would be walking and jumping off of buildings, all in mass. So I think that's why it is a slow awakening, and I feel the awakening's coming. Of course, there is the other side that is literally cowering. Nothing more dangerous than a freaking coward in a corner. And we got some of the most richest, powerful cowards in the world in corners right now. And the corners are getting smaller because the light is encroaching farther and farther and more. So we must be ready, because they're going to pull something. Something's going to happen. I mean, supposedly Mr. Donald was supposed to stop the chemtrails. Well, he hasn't. Their little crap that they drop off dissipates a lot quicker to where you don't see it, but hey, it still creates that fuzz and those fucking long clouds after an hour or so. But the stuff doesn't stick in a straight line for an hour anymore. So they've redid their cocktail of poison that they spray on us, and that's awesome, isn't it? More than anything, just keep trying to wake up everybody that you can, and it's got to be a slow process. I know. But I'm telling you, it's almost like you're seeing your kid walk for the first time, I think, when all of a sudden one of them is like, hey, did you hear about this? I've looked at this. I saw this. And you're like, oh! You've started your journey. Even to say that, they still haven't even found their big thing that will, it's the thing that shatters everything. It shatters all past beliefs to where you can realize that you know nothing. And once you realize you know nothing, and trust me, what you don't know is a greater truth than the truth that you do know, because there's so much of it out there. And that's our job, people, to find it. All right, well, I love you all. I'll never stop being the true resistance.